When people go to work, they have to take medication sometimes. Most people don't necessarily want to take medication when they go to work, but it's a necessity. If they have to do that, they have a right to be treated with dignity and with respect, and to have their particular situation accommodated reasonably in a workplace. And so these laws are basically seeking to do that for anyone who's taking medicinal compounds or has issues with alcohol or drugs. I'm David Ettershank. I'm Legalise Cannabis Victoria member for the Western Metropolitan Region in the upper house of the Victorian Parliament. At the moment, what we're really seeing is that workplace drug testing is largely unregulated, and the application of that testing at the workplace is often profoundly discriminatory against workers who are simply taking a prescription medication without necessarily demonstrating any signs of impairment. There are some what are called mandated industries where there is actually legislation in place requiring workplace drug testing. So that happens in, for example, parts of the transport industry and such like. Mining is pretty common. Apart from that, there's very little regulation in Victoria that addresses this. And when the committee was taking witness evidence, we heard some pretty terrible stories about what workers had been exposed to. So we had people being found with trace elements, minuscule amounts of THC in their system, who were working desk jobs. Clearly there was no risk to either that person or anyone else. And yet these people were being subjected to disciplinary actions, suspensions, workplace harassment, and in some cases dismissal. Certainly there was a lot of people whose careers were severely scarred, including a lot of frontline workers in police, ambulance, fire and other services. So I guess we're just saying to the government, please pull your finger out. Workers across the state are being victimised and stigmatised because of a lack of appropriate regulation and legal frameworks. And so we're hoping that the government will take this as encouragement to make meaningful change to improve the position of workers addressing alcohol and other drug issues.
Thank you.